All right, this is called Beautiful Oops. When you think you have made a mistake, don't give up. See what else you can make. When you tear paper, you don't need taper glue. You can turn that oops into something new. You make a beautiful oops. You make a beautiful oops. When you think you have made a mess, you can say, oh no, or you can say yes. When you spill something and you make a stain, imagine you're a cloud and you made it rain. You make a beautiful oops. You make a beautiful oops. You got an ice cream cone and you got 2 scoops. You drop them both, well, that's an oops. Might not look beautiful, but look around. There's an ice cream blob monster right there on the ground. When you smear a painting that you just made, you can hide in your room or have a parade. Tear that picture into 1,000 pieces. Make a collage, one of those beautiful oops masterpieces. Make a beautiful oops. Make a beautiful oops. Make a beautiful oops. Make a beautiful, 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 beautiful oops. Oops. Hi, I'm Barney Salzberg. I'm a children's book author and illustrator, and this is a book I made called Beautiful Oops. Oops, a torn piece of paper, is just the beginning. Every spill has lots and lots of possibilities. Bent paper is something to celebrate. A little drip of paint lets your imagination run wild. A scrap of paper can be fun to play with. A smudge and a smear can make magic appear. A stain has potential if you play with the shape. Holes in your paper are worth exploring, and this page pulls way out, and there's a little dog dinosaur inside that says, see? When you think you have made a mistake, oops, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful. That beautiful oops. Thank you for joining us. All right, Crazy Hair Day. You can have red, you can have blue, you can have a rainbow if you really want to. You can tie your ponytail to a helium balloon. You can wear a party plate with a fork and spoon. On Crazy Hair Day, you can wear your hairdo style. On Crazy Hair Day, you can wear your hairdo wild. You can have curls, you can have stripes. You can decorate your hair with Christmas lights. You can cover it with glitter if you don't mind the mess. You can even shave it off if your mom says yes. On Crazy Hair Day, you can wear your hairdo style. On Crazy Hair Day, you can wear your hairdo wild. Now if you're going to school on Crazy Hair Day, you're gonna get a lot of smiles along the way. And if you're going to school on Crazy Hair Day, please make sure you're going on the right day. You can have a do, you can have a don't. You can have a maybe, you can have a won't. You can always wear a wig if you don't want to fuss, but you gotta have crazy hair like the rest of us. On Crazy Hair Day, you can wear your hairdo style. On Crazy Hair Day, you can wear your hairdo wild. on crazy hair day. On crazy hair day. On crazy hair day. And that's it. Hi, I'm Barney Salzberg. I'm an author and illustrator, and this is one of my books called Crazy Hair Day. Stanley Birdbaum woke up early. Bald Eagle Elementary School was celebrating Crazy Hair Day, and Stanley couldn't wait. They had celebrated Pajama Day, Twin Day, and 60s Day. Stanley's favorite day was Twin Day because he and his best friend Larry Finchfeather had worn exactly the same thing. Stanley was ready. He had rubber bands, he had styling gel, and to make his hair perfect, Stanley had 2 cans of Halloween hairspray. Stanley's mother knew just what to do. She wrapped, she dipped, and to make his hair perfect, she sprayed Stanley's hair bright orange and blue. "Ta-da," said Stanley. "I am a work of art. You are going to be late," said his mother, "if you don't hurry." Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair. He gently tapped the tops of his spikes. "This," he said, "is going to be a day I will never forget. I bet Larry Finchfeather and I will have the craziest hair in the whole school," Stanley thought. As he walked toward the classroom, he heard his teacher talking. "And remember," Mr. Winger said, "Crazy Hair Day is next Friday." Everybody stopped. Everybody stared. Stanley felt sick. Larry Finchfeather said, "Is that a hair do or a hair don't?" Everybody laughed, and Stanley ran to the bathroom. A few minutes later, Stanley heard someone come in. "It's me, Larry Finchfeather." "The Larry Finchfeather who just made fun of me in front of the whole class?" asked Stanley. "I was only teasing," said Larry. "Some days you tease me too much," said Stanley. "Mr. Winger said he wants me to try to be a peacemaker instead of a troublemaker," said Larry. "I'm supposed to bring you back to class." "I'm not going," said Stanley. "If you stay in here, you'll miss being in the class picture," said Larry. "I thought that was next Friday," said Stanley. "Crazy Hair Day is next Friday," said Larry. "Today is school picture day." Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair. He gently tapped the tops of his spikes. "This," he said, "is going to be a day I will never forget." Larry Finchfeather suggested that Stanley try washing his hair in the sink. "It won't help," said Stanley. "Halloween hair color lasts for days." "Well, it really doesn't matter. It's only your hair," Larry told him. "If you don't come out of here by the time math is over, I'm coming to get you. You can't stay here all day." It was very quiet after Larry Finchfeather left, and Stanley wondered if maybe he could spend all day in the bathroom. He ate his lunch. He drew pictures. He even timed himself to see how fast he could flush all the toilets. 32.5 seconds, he shouted. "A new world record by me, Stanley Birdbaum." Stanley had counted up to 121, 122, 123 drops of water from a leaky faucet when Larry Finchfeather came back. "Beep! Time's up. Let's go," Larry announced. "Picture time." "If I'm in it, I'll look like the class weirdo," said Stanley. "Remember 60s Day when Mr. Winger had the flu but came in anyway," said Larry. "He said the day wouldn't be the same if we weren't all together. You have to come. I'll give you 5 minutes." Larry Finchfeather left, and Stanley Birdbaum thought about 60s Day when Mr. Winger had taught them all those great old songs. He remembered how on Pajama Day, everyone in his class had worn PJs and slippers. Then, Stanley imagined what his class picture would look like without him. He decided to go back to class, and to keep from being nervous, Stanley made up a song. "Crazy hair, how I wish it wasn't there." Stanley felt someone touch his shoulder. "I was just coming to get you," said Larry Finchfeather. "What if they laugh at me again?" said Stanley. "Everything will be fine," Larry whispered. "I promise." Stanley stood in front of his class. Everybody stopped. Everybody stared. Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair. He gently tapped the tops of his spikes. This, he said, is going to be a day I will never forget. And this is the class picture. That's the end of the book. All right, one of these is not like the other. One of these is not like the other. Cow, 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 elephant. One of these is not like the other. That's just fine with us. One of these is not like the other. Dog, 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 cat. One of these is not like the other, but we can still be friends. One of these is not like the other. Pig, 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 wolf. One of these is not like the other. That's the way we rock. And everyone is a little different, as you can plainly see. And everyone is a little different, and that's just fine with me. One of these is not like the other. Funny, funny, funny bicycle. One of these is not like the other, and that's the way we roll. One of these is not like the other. Snail, 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 alien. One of these is not like the other, and that's the way we fly. And one of these is not like the other. Hat, 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 fish. One of these is not like the other, and you never can have too many hats. And everyone is a little different, as you can plainly see. And everyone is a little different, and that's just fine with me. One of these is not like the other. Speckled egg, speckled egg, speckled egg, egg. One of these is not like the other. What a nice surprise. And one of these is not like the other. Pie, 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 monster. One of these is not like the other. The other three were delicious. And everyone is a little different, as you can plainly see. And everyone is a little different, and that's just fine with me. I'm Barney Salzberg. I'm an author and illustrator. This is a book I wrote and illustrated called One of These is Not Like the Others. One of these is not like the others. And that's just fine with us. One of these is not like the others. But we can still be friends. One of these is not like the others. And that's the way we rock. One of these is not like the others. And that's the way we roll. It's a hard term. One of these is not like the others. And that's the way we fly. One of these is not like the others, because you can never have too many hats. One of these is not like the others. What a nice surprise. One of these is not like the others. And the other three were delicious. Some of us are a little different. And that's the way we like it. And that's the end of the story. And what I love is, these three are the same, this one's different, but even with that, they did what we just did and shared a story. Thank you for joining us.